Welcome back to Movie Recap Factory. Today we'll recap an action crime thriller film from 2004 titled Cellular. Spoilers ahead, and without further ado, let's get started. The movie begins with Jessica Martin, a science teacher, dropping her son Rickey at the bus stop. As Jessica returns home, a man named Ethan breaks into the house with his two thugs and kills Rosario, Jessica's maid, when she tries to press the alarm. The goons take Jessica to an abandoned home and close her in an attic. After seeing a telephone attached to the wooden pole, Ethan hits it hard and shatters it into pieces, so Jessica cannot contact anyone. As he leaves, Jessica looks around and gets an idea to repair the broken phone. After successfully connecting some wires, Jessica makes it functional to call a random number. A man named Ryan, who had recently been dumped by his girlfriend because he was acting too irresponsibly, gets a call from Jessica. She informs Ryan that she had been kidnapped and doesn't even know why. Considering it a prank pulled by someone, Ryan laughs away by saying that if she were actually kidnapped, she would have called the cops. Ryan hangs up the phone, but gets a call again from Jessica, who only wants Ryan to get her access to a police officer. Finally, Ryan decides to help the lady by giving his phone to Sergeant Bob Mooney, who has served 27 years in the police department and now wants to retire. Before Bob can learn more about Jessica, in addition to her name and address, he gets diverted by some criminals. After seeing a mess around him, Bob instructs Ryan to contact the robbery homicide department on the 4th floor of the building. While Jessica is on the phone with Ryan, she hears Ethan's footsteps, compelling her to hide the telephone. As Ethan strangles Jessica and inquires about her husband, Ryan realizes that she was not joking about her abduction and is really in trouble. Threatening Jessica that he will kill her boy, Ethan leaves the room. Ryan sprints upstairs to get some help, but soon he loses signal, compelling him to not go any further. Seeing that the goons have left in their car, Jessica advises Ryan to not waste time but to pick up her son from school. As the thugs have Jessica's car, Jessica is worried that Rickey might get in the car. Ryan rushes to the school but faces difficulty finding Rickey as he has never seen him. When Ryan learns about Rickey's Lord of the Ring backpack, he recognizes the boy, but now it is too late to rescue him. Taking a police car, Ryan follows the vehicle, but after a chase, he loses the thugs in traffic. Suddenly, when his phone's battery gets critically low, he makes a shortcut to reach a mobile store to get a charger. As the employees are too busy to attend to him, Ryan takes out the police gun and orders the manager to give him a charger. Meanwhile, Sergeant Bob gets suspicious about the call and heads his way to Jessica's place to see if everything is alright. On the other hand, we see someone in Jessica's home attending to the messages from her husband, who wants her to arrive at the left field as early as possible. Later, when Bob approaches Jessica's place, he finds a woman named Dana who imitates Jessica and ensures the officer that there is nothing wrong in her house. When Dana tells Ethan about Jessica's husband, Craig's message, Ethan heads his way to the attic to inquire about the place. After Jessica denies telling him anything, Ethan tells her about Rickey's abduction, compelling Jessica to spit out about the bar in Los Angeles. Ryan, who is listening to their conversation the whole time, is approached by a woman playing loud music in her car. Ethan gets suspicious hearing a song, but before he can detect anything, Ryan mutes the call, making Ethan leave the attic without learning about the telephone. Ryan has decided to help the Martin family as much as possible. To ensure Craig's safety, Ryan is heading his way to the airport, where Craig is waiting for his wife to come. While Ryan gets the information about Ethan's appearance from Jessica, his call gets crossed by a lawyer, making it difficult for the two to contact each other. Getting out of the car, Ryan orders the lawyer to hang up his phone so that he can call Jessica peacefully. Meanwhile, a truck strikes Ryan's police car, making him steal the lawyer's fancy car for the mission. Reaching the airport, Ryan witnesses Jessica's black car already parked outside. When he sees Ethan's leather jacket at the checkpoint, he puts his pistol in Ethan's thigh, which gets suspected in the CT scan. As the police try to arrest the goons, they reveal that they are cops and have an ID. Ryan is still confused about what's happening. As described by Jessica, Ryan finds Craig and gives him the phone to talk to Jessica. However, it is revealed that Ryan has recognized the wrong guy, but now it is too late as Craig is now kidnapped by the thugs. As the stolen car is taken by the police, Ryan cannot chase the goons. Ethan takes Craig to the attic, where he inquires about what he is looking for. When Ethan points a gun at Jessica, Craig spits out that the item they're looking for is in their bank. While crying and hugging her husband, Jessica whispers in his ears that he will find help at the bank. When Ethan takes Craig to the bank, Jessica informs Ryan about the location. While Ryan is on his way to the bank, the news about his crimes is run by the news channels. Bob recognizes Ryan and learns he bought a charger and stole a car while talking to his kidnapped friend, Jessica. Everybody thinks of Ryan as crazy, but Bob knows something is wrong. He calls Jessica's place and hears her voice, instructing the caller to leave the message. Hearing Jessica's actual voice, Bob immediately recognizes that the Jessica he met at the house had an accent, unlike Jessica's recording on the phone. While Craig gets the thing out of the deposit box, Ryan hits a thug and tries to rescue Craig. As Ethan catches Craig, Ryan takes the black bag and runs away from the goons, who later inform the security that they are LAPD. Ryan manages to escape in a taxi, but loses his phone while running away from Ethan. In the cab, Ryan opens up the bag and finds a camera inside it, which has the video of Ethan and his friends killing innocent citizens despite being cops. On the other hand, Bob breaks into Jessica's house and manages to shoot Dana after she shoots at him first. While checking Dana's pockets, Bob realizes that she is a cop. As Bob and Dana get medical attention, Ryan again steals the lawyer's car from the place nearby and runs away. While talking to Jack, Bob explains how Dana pulled fire at him even after knowing he was a cop. After Dana's death and Jessica's abduction, the old Bob is upset, but Jack calms him down, saying everything will be alright. Meanwhile, Jessica tries to call Ryan, but instead, the phone gets connected to Ethan's colleague, who has now learned that Jessica has been contacting someone. As the cop enters the room and tries to kill Jessica, he is stabbed by her in a brachial artery that pumps 30 liters of blood a minute. The cop gets weak, allowing Jessica to escape and rescue her kid. When the cops return to the house, Ethan gets a call from Jack, who informs him about Dana's death. It is revealed that Jack is also involved in the violent crime. Seeing the guy dead in the attic, Ethan runs outside, where he sees Jessica escaping with Rickey. Before the mother and son can leave, they are forced to stop by Ethan, who is now pointing a gun at Craig. Somehow, Ryan's call connects to Ethan's phone, where he is told to return the camera or the family will die. As Ryan has Ethan's video now, he can make Ethan do whatever he wants. He puts a deal on the table to get the Martin family at the beach in exchange for the video camera. Unwillingly, Ethan accepts the agreement. Later, Ethan calls Jack and instructs him to use Bob so he can identify Ryan at the beach. Unaware of anything, Bob agrees to see Ryan so he can solve the puzzle of Jessica's kidnapping. In an effort to hide from the dirty cops, Ryan uses a hoodie and waits for the cops at the beach. Being in a crowded place, the cops face difficulties in finding Ryan. Even Jack and Bob cannot see him. Suddenly, Ryan's ex-girlfriend approaches him and removes his hoodie, making Bob recognize him. Ryan tries to run away, but Jack whispers in his ears that if he moves, everyone will die. As Bob starts bleeding more from his neck wound, Jack instructs one of Ethan's men, Dimitri, to take Bob to the hospital. Still thinking of Dimitri as a cop, Bob decides to go with him. When Jack informs the team on a walkie-talkie about destroying the tape, Bob hears his voice and learns that he is behind the kidnapping of the family. After fighting with Dimitri, Bob manages to lock him using handcuffs. When Ethan and Jack get distracted by Ryan's friends, Ryan jumps into the water and heads his way to the boathouse under the pier. Bob can hear from Dimitri's walkie-talkie and is now moving towards the boathouse to save Ryan. In the room, Ryan knocks Jack down but gets caught by Ethan, who is now pointing a gun at him. Bob approaches on time and orders Ethan to leave Ryan alone. Ethan does his best to persuade Bob, but it seems like Bob has understood everything about their crime. Ethan tries to run away, but ultimately gets shot by Bob. On the other hand, Jessica uses her handcuffs to choke the driver so the family can escape. Before they can leave the car, the bad cop regains his consciousness and tries to shoot at Craig. Ryan approaches on time, shatters the car window, and beats the cop until he passes out. Jessica gets out of the car and inquires Ryan if he is the one who helped her all the time. On the other hand, Jack and the other dirty cops get arrested, but Jack is adamant that he has not done anything wrong. Ryan reveals that he made a copy of the video and transferred it into the stolen phone, making everyone believe that Jack and his police friend were involved in the robbing and murdering the two drug dealers. The movie ends with Jack getting arrested, while we see Jessica thanking Ryan for what he has done for her family. If you've already watched this movie, share your reviews with us in the comments below. And before you go, make sure to like this video and subscribe. See you in the next one.